Okay, we'll get started with Michael Carter-Williams. If you please raise your hand, we will call on you. First question goes to Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Mike, last week, we know you guys had a conversation with Monique Worrell. How did that conversation go, and how important is it to keep the education process and conversation going?
It went great. We were happy to hop on a call with Morel, and she's unbelievable. I think she's going to do a lot for the city. I'm sorry, Monique. I think she's going to do a lot for the city, and we had good conversation. We had lots of good questions to ask, and she gave us a lot of good feedback.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Michael, what's your sense as to what the team's expectations for itself this season are?
I think we want to, obviously we want to make the playoffs. We want to go, past the first round. We've been in the first round, 2 years in a row now. So, I think we have high expectations for ourselves. We want to compete with the best teams. I think most importantly, I think we want to, hit a good stride, early. I think, we dig ourselves into a little bit of a hole, and then we hit a stretch where, we're playing really well. And I think we're looking for that stretch, earlier this year, and to give us some wiggle room, down the stretch.
Philip Rossman Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
Obviously, this preseason and training camp was a little bit different than normal, but how do you feel as compared to maybe previous seasons as far as ready for the games to start counting? Does it still feel like it's a little bit of a preseason mode or a little bit of getting back into the swing of things?
Yeah, I think we're in better shape to start out the season. I think we're way far ahead of where we were our last two seasons, and we played together for a little bit now, so we obviously have that experience. What's up, brother?
Dan Savage.
Mike, you talked about getting off to a good start, especially with a truncated training camp, short preseason. Just how much of an advantage for the fact that you do have a lot of continuity up and down the roster be for you guys to lean on that and hopefully help you along.
Yeah, no, I think it's really important. I think that starting early is going to affect every team, and us having played with each other for 2 years now, and we don't got to go through the all the getting used to each other, getting used to how each other plays, and all that's sort of things. And I think that's going to help us. I feel like we're definitely ahead of schedule where we were last year and the year before.
Josh Cohen, OrlandoMagic.com.
Hey, Mike, how much of a benefit is it to be able to play the defending Eastern Conference champions in the season opener to help gauge where you guys are at right now?
Miami's a great club. They got great players over there. Their offense is, really good, and their defense as well. So it's a good test for us, to kind of see where we're at. We just want to go in there, compete. Of course, we want to win, and we got to just play Orlando basketball. We got to play, defense first, and let our offense, come to us and move the ball. And but it's definitely going to be a good test for us.
Aaron Goldstone, Orlando Pinstripe Post.
Michael, I can tell from your Twitter feed you've been watching Creighton basketball in your time off. How much fun has it been for you to watch your little brother Marcus at Creighton? And what do you think about his NBA prospects? And how would you feel if maybe one day you and Marcus were on the same NBA team possibly?
That'll be like a dream come true. Obviously I watch him at Creighton, and he's done a lot of good things over there. And of course I been following his career since he was born. So that would be unbelievable. I think he has a great chance of being a good player in this league, and he's just a smart. He's smart. He takes care of the ball. He's a knockdown shooter, and he can lead. He can lead guys and put people in the best position for them to score. And I think that's what the NBA kind of is looking for nowadays. Guys that can knock down an open shot from the point guard position, but get guys involved and be smart.
Dan Savage.
Mike, you've played on that second unit with Chuma and Cole for 4 games now. What stood out to you about their games, and where have you seen them make the biggest progress over the course of the preseason and training camp?
Of course, we all know that they're talented guys. I think the biggest thing that I've taken away from them is their willingness to learn. They were both, top prospects coming in, but, they come in with the attitude of, they just want to learn every day and, learn our system and really be the best that they can be. They don't come in with egos thinking they know everything. So I think that's the most important thing. And that's the biggest thing I can say about them too. They can, obviously they can play. But the willingness to learn is definitely the biggest thing.
Sorry, Roy Perry, Orlando Sentinel.
Michael, with this truncated offseason, Cliff talked a lot about trying to get you guys into rhythm. You play a lot more in practice. But when the season is, early in the season when things are kind of clunky a little bit, what are you guys going to have to do to sort of grind and find success and ways to win?
That's a good question. I think the first thing we got to do is make sure we're right on the defensive end. I think that's where we gel the best. Make sure we're talking to each other, make sure we're pushing each other. And, I think communication is a big part of our team. I think we've had that experience, so we got to use it to our advantage. I think we're all able to talk to each other in, any sort of way. So, we pick each other up, we stay together. Through good times and bad times, and really, like I said, make a run in the first few games. I think that's really key for us.
You have a follow-up, Roy?
Yeah, thanks, George. Just to clarify, Michael, when you say have conversation, that could be on the court, that could be off the court. You're talking about just in general.
Yeah, I think that when you join a new team and you got a whole bunch of new guys, it's hard to communicate. If you think somebody's not doing something right. If you think somebody isn't, where they're supposed to be, it's hard to, correct each other. And I think with this team, we're all able to correct each other, and nobody takes it as, them getting down on them. We just take it as, we want, the team to be better. Whether it's, we need a guy to be more aggressive offensively, or if we need guys to pick it up defensively, we're all able to communicate, and correct mistakes quickly.
Josh Robbins?
Michael, by any stretch of the imagination, you're still a young man. But on this team, you're kind of an older statesman. What has that been like for you to get used to be one of the, not only a leader, but really one of the people who is looked to as the voice of wisdom and experience?
It keeps me sharp. I think, guys like, Cole and Chuma coming up and asking me questions. I really got to be on in my P's and Q's with everything. So, I can let them know. And, I played the point guard position. So, Cole and I have, spoken a lot. So like I said, it just keeps me sharp. I know I'm, still young, but on this team, I'm definitely a voice. And, I try to use that for, for all positive ways. And I think I have a gift in that area as well. I think I, see the game pretty well. I'm able to, get through to guys without, them feeling any type of way, and just communicate, with the whole team to make sure we're all on the same page.
Any other questions for Michael Carter-Williams? All right. Thanks, Mike.